Imagine checking a security camera and seeing three massive figures moving across a backyard. For a resident in Yanai City, Yamaguchi, this wasn't a mountain trail, but their own property. These weren't just any visitors, they were three bears, each over a meter long. For someone who values the quiet safety of home, seeing these giants move so close to the back door is enough to make the skin crawl. It raises a question that most people aren't prepared to answer. What happens when the wilderness decides to move in?
Expert analysis from Yamauchi Takayoshi, an associate professor at Iwate University, confirms these weren't random strays. They were a mother and two subadult cubs from the previous year. Notice how comfortably they navigated the fences, slipping through barriers meant for humans. While most residential cameras only capture the morning newspaper delivery, this one recorded a family that has clearly learned the attractions of the village. This isn't just a visit, it is a sign that the local environment is changing in ways people are only beginning to notice.
There is something specific about the timing of these appearances. June and July are peak breeding months, a season when many young bears are pushed to find new territory. Sometimes these animals realize that human settlements provide easier resources than the mountains. Once a mother shows her cubs that a garden shed or a small field is a reliable source of food, the pattern is set. It is a cycle where one bear becomes three, and those three return the following year, even more familiar with the human scent.
This isn't an isolated event in one city. In Aomori City, a bear recently occupied a large commercial building, forcing hotels and shops to shut their doors and post emergency notices. In Hiroshima, another was filmed walking down the center of a residential street at dawn, completely unbothered by the pavement. Even a local cat was caught on camera, freezing in place as it realized a predator 10 times its size was passing by. The boundaries between the forest and the city are starting to feel very thin.
You might find it surprising that these animals aren't simply caught and moved. In Morioka City, where bears recently entered a university campus, authorities struggled to manage the situation. Inaba Junichi, a representative of the local hunting association, explains that using firearms in a populated city is nearly impossible due to safety risks. Traps are set, but these bears are often too clever to be lured by simple bait. They are living among us, but they are not following human rules. Since traditional capture is so difficult, the strategy has shifted to psychological pressure. When a bear was recently spotted climbing a tree in a Morioka hot spring district, police didn't use rifles. Instead, they used rods to fire small fireworks, creating bursts of light and noise. The goal is to drive them back toward the mountains or the riverbeds. It is a delicate game of trying to convince a powerful animal that it doesn't belong in a world of concrete and glass.
What is happening now suggests a significant shift in animal behavior. Some bears are no longer staying in the deep woods. They are choosing to spend their winters near the outskirts of cities. This isn't just about a few random sightings, but a larger adjustment to a changing landscape. Understanding this behavior is the only way to remain prepared, as the quiet confidence of these animals suggests that these encounters are becoming a permanent part of the modern environment.